What's up, my chosen family? I hope y'all are having a good morning. God bless you. I just left the gym and then I took a shower and got my Ohio State gear on. It's our first game today. Let's go, squad. But anyways, I don't know if you guys have been... God's been telling me that I needed to talk about this. How powerful energy is. Energy is everything. It's everything. I made a video a while ago. It was one of my first ones that said energy is everything. Now, I'm not quite sure what I even said in that one to come off the top, but God brought it back into my heart this morning. And here's the thing. The word fear, to me, to us chosen ones, must be changed. Fear stands for finally exiting average reality. Because a lot of times fear and anxiety comes from energy from the past that we are holding on to and we are not using in a positive direction. Energy is not something that can just sit still. Energy must move and stay on the move. This is what I want you guys to understand. This is why when a narcissist is with you, the reason that they are there with you and using you, or why they keep coming back to you, is because your energy. They're feeding off your energy. And it's wild how soon as you begin to heal is when they come back, because they can feel your energy. They've taken that energy for so long that they can tell when you're growing and releasing that toxic negative energy. When I say energy is everything, I mean this to the fullest extent. So we must take our old past traumas. That's energy that's causing anxiety because you're just letting it sit here. You're just letting it sit in your soul. And chosen ones, we can't do this. We must focus that energy. Where are you going to put that energy? In this season of isolation that you have been in recently, where you put that energy is everything. You can't sit there in depression. You can't sit there with anxiety. You can't just sit there. You must make God your foundation, but you must take action on your energy. So if you have anxiety, you need to stop, take deep breaths, and think immediately, what can I do to channel this energy? Chosen ones, if you don't know already, we need to be working out and doing physical activities. We must go on a jog or a long walk or to the gym. Really, I would say the gym is vital. Because if you can set the discipline to go to the gym and to focus on you and get healthy, not only is it going to build your mind, body, and soul, it's going to build your spirit. You got to think back when Jesus was around. These guys were Spartans. It's time to go to war. It's time to go to war. No longer can we lay down and expect God to save us. He will save us spiritually. He will save us internally. But who's going to save us physically? Who's going to save us physically? We need to channel this negative energy and turn it all into positive. Every single bit of it. If you fall down, get back up and go harder. If someone stabs you in the back, pull it out and make it a reason that you succeed when they doubted you. Use their doubt, use their hate to push you, to propel you forward. Chosen ones, this season we will not lay down any longer. Be a soldier of God. Be a soldier of war. God said, this is the season where being Mr. Nice Guy or Nice Girl is over. We're going to war. It's time for war. And for war, you must prepare. You must prepare like you're going to war. I used to fight MMA, and when I had to get locked in that cage and go to war, you must understand that there was much more than just my fighting ability that had to transpire to do this. It was much more than my fighting ability, because I was a fighter my whole life. If you don't know, I'm half Mexican. My dad's full-blooded Mexican, and we're heavy into boxing, fighting. It runs in my genetics. I could fight from a young age. But to go to war, you have to be mentally ready, spiritually ready, physically ready, trained to go. You must be trained to go. So that when anything comes your direction, you know it can't penetrate your soul. You know it can't penetrate your mind. You know it can't knock you off course. Can it knock you down? Maybe. But you get back up and you go harder. There's been many times in my life that I got knocked on my ass and I had to get back up. When I was homeless, when I didn't have no father, and he was there when he was in prison when I was 8 years old, and he's still there. And I'm 34 years old, he's still there. 30 years. My mother passed when I was so young. I was lost and tossed to the wolves. I didn't have a choice to prepare for war. I got put in the war immediately. Imagine that. It was a war zone where I was from. There's people dying daily from getting shot, getting stabbed, overdosing on drugs, going to prison. It was a war. This is why I became an alcoholic when I was just only 17 years old and got introduced into drugs heavy, because I was a victim to my circumstances. I was doing the same thing that everybody else was around me. Till one time when I was younger, I went to prison, and I got there and I noticed that all those people there didn't have the same heart, the same mindset as me. That they were okay with losing. They were okay with staying the same. And I just wasn't. And I realized I'm smarter than this. I'm stronger than this. I'm better than this. No longer can I let my circumstances or my surroundings pull me into a trap. No longer can I have the victim mentality. I have to let go of all past traumas, channel them in a better direction. That's when I started training heavy when I was in prison. Working out, running. Then I get out and I started boxing and doing MMA. And still to this day, I work out because I realize how great it is for your mind, body, and soul. This is the season where we must prepare to handle any adversity that comes our way. No longer can we keep taking L's and not come back and get our get-backs. It's time for us to eat. We've been struggling and starving long enough. Can you go in that mode where you fall back and you release all the things holding you back? And you go in that quiet room, in that gym, at that job, and focus. Stop going out and wasting your money. Eat cheap. You guys don't understand what I'm going through. You guys don't understand the things that I'm doing right now to give myself a better future, because I'm tired of not being where I want to be. I'm tired of allowing things to hold me back. I'm tired of the government raising everything and me not having the money because I'm paying for everything by myself with no help. So I'm going into that prison mentality. I'm getting ready for war. If I have to eat eggs every single day, and I usually do, because I'm not going to be out here blowing my money on this trash that they keep trying to get us to eat. and raising the price and getting us addicted to bad foods so that we're even more low vibrational, so that we become addicted to instant gratification, easy comfort. Stop chasing comfort. It's time to break those chains. Remember this. If you remember anything I tell you right now, remember that anything uncomfortable is what's going to make you better and stronger and wiser. Embrace uncomfortability. Embrace it. The things that are comfortable are going to make you weaker. That's the problem with today's society, is everybody during COVID, they were trapped in the house, and that's what I think that a lot of this plan was. They were trapped in the house, and the only thing they could eat was fast food because it was convenient, and they didn't want to go into stores because they were scared of the sickness. And all the stores were making you wear masks and do this and do that and controlling you while also putting you in the house. And this is the same reason that during this time, God used it for good. They meant it for bad, and God still used it for good. You know how many people he woke up during this season? How many people got spiritually awakened during this time? That we realize it ain't what it's always been. It's not what it looks like. They're hiding things. So in this season, if you're in isolation, you need to put yourself back in a season of isolation. If you're not where you want to be, you must fall back, eat cheaper and healthy, work out, stop wasting money on partying, stop wasting money on buying this and buying that. Most of the things that I have had for a long time. I just take care of it. Like this Ohio State shirt, I've had this for years and it looks brand new. I just only wear it when it's time, when it's go time, when it's game time. Other than that, I'm in a wife beater or a tank top. I'm in the house putting in work. In the gym, putting in work. At work, putting in work. Studying, putting in work. Because eventually I'm going to get out of the job and I'm going to be my own boss and I'm going to be successful financially as well. But God wants you to first work on your spirituality. Work on your health and your mind and your body. This is what I want to teach you right now. That God wants to bless you, chosen ones, with abundance. But he understands that we are not like them. We're built different, especially internally. So we need to do all the internal work first. Everything that's going to make us find ourselves and be stronger in here in our heart and in here and in our soul, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Once all those ducks are aligned and you're slowly also working on a way that you can make more money on the side, also because you're separating yourself from all the other things everybody else is doing. Do you want this bad enough? Do you want it bad enough? Have you suffered enough? Have you watched him take advantage of you and lie to you enough? There comes a season where it's time to go to war. And God said, now's the time for his chosen army to go to war, to prepare for war. What you do from now until January is going to show up all year next year. It's time to readjust. Readjust your crown and refocus your energy. Everything that is negative, channel it in a positive way. I don't care if you get knocked on your ass. I don't care if you had to make it through depression. I don't care if you have to do it wiping the tears off your face. Do it anyways. Tell the devil, I refuse to lose and lay down. No weapon formed against me shall ever prosper, because I will never give up. And I'll always have God as my foundation. So I got a busy day today. So I just hope you guys took some value out of this. I wanted to give you a little motivation. So first I want to say, go Bucks on their first game. And I want to say that stay focused, stay positive, and stay blessed. Remember, chosen kingdom, we are a kingdom, we are an army, and we must prepare for war. The Mr. Nice Guy stuff is over. We can love others. But in this season, we must prepare for war and love people from a distance, especially ones that ain't good for us. So as I close this message, I just hope that you take this into consideration and understand that I've been through the worst, that I grew up in a war zone and I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a family. I didn't have people to teach me none of this. I learned all this from blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice. And now, no matter how many times I get knocked down, it'll never break me. I will stand up the next day, even the next hour, with my head up high and continue to prosper and keep my horns down. So I just hope y'all take this today and have a good rest of your weekend. And I love y'all, man. And I thank everybody that has joined the team. We reached our first 500 subscribers. Actually, we went over that, but so I just want to thank y'all. I want to thank you guys a lot, because all I'm trying to do here is provide value and help heal and teach you the things that I made it through. So I get deep. I have to pour into you guys. I have to pull from things that I went through and help you to understand that no matter what you've been through, you will make it. You can make it. You're a chosen one, and we're not meant to lose. It's time to channel that energy and prepare for war. I love y'all, man. Salute.